Hey everyone, Anthony Finch here from Finch Computer Repair, and today I'm going to do an unboxing of Cooler Master's new V1000 series power supplies. This is an early beta test model that I received during a beta test. The newer models that are coming out are much better than these models, but these models did perform at the peak performance that they were supposed to perform at under load. These power supplies are 80 plus gold, as you can see. They are fully modular. They have a super silent 135mm fan, and they use 100% Japanese solid state capacitors. As you can see on the front of the box, you can see the ports for everything on the back of the power supply where you plug in your cables. On this side, you can just see Cooler Master, a little Cooler Master badge, and V1000. On the rear here, you can see another Cooler Master badge, V1000 again. The type of cables that you're going to get in this box: you're going to get one 24-pin motherboard power connector, two CPU 4+4 pin power connectors, 8 6+2 pin power connectors, 9 SATA connectors, 4 4-pin Molex connectors, and 1 floppy connector. As you can see over here, it has all your languages for everything. If you want to read on the back, I'll read you the English. It has fully modular cable design, powerful single 12-volt power rail, a silent 135mm FDB fan, 80 plus gold certified up to 93% efficiency. I'm going to turn the box around again. I'll pick it up just a little bit to try to help you see. I don't know how well this is going to come out in this video since this camera doesn't do well with zooming. It's a ATX form factor. It's 150 by 170 by 86 millimeters, or 5.9 inches by 6.7 by 3.4 inches. Its efficiency is at 90% at typical load. As you can see, the protection is OVP, UVP, OPP, OTP, and SCP. As you can see right here, here are your ratings. So DC output at the 3.3 volt rail is 25 amps. The 5 volt rail is 25 amps. The 12 volt rail is a staggering 83 amps. The negative 12 volt rail is 0.5 amps, and the plus 5 VSB is 3 amps. You get 125 watts off the 3.3 and 5 volt rail, 996 watts off the 12 volt rail, 6 watts off the negative 12 volt rail, and 15 watts off the plus 5, which total power is 1000 watts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this out of the box, and you'll get to see this on camera. So you got a nice little flap. Pull it up. You can see it. It's got a brown box here. So we're going to take it off camera and pull it out here. Toss the box over there. You can see we got a brown box with the Cooler Master logo on top. As you can see through a little window here, you can see a bag. It has Cooler Master on it. So we're going to open that up. Slide it back a little bit. Oh, well, that's good. Your power cable. Looks what to be a bag of goodies, all your cables. And then in the main section, we have the power supply itself. Let me move this out of the way. I heard a couple of screws. But we have the power supply itself. First, I'm going to go through the bag of goodies of all your cables you get, and I'm going to lay them on the table. So, Molex connectors, your CPU connectors, the 8-pin, your 24-pin motherboard connector. This end goes to the power supply, and this end obviously goes to your motherboard. SATA connectors right here. More SATA connectors. Another 8-pin CPU power connector. PCI Express 8-pin 6+2. What do we got here? Oh, we got another PCI Express 6 plus 2 pin. There's 2 per cable. Another one. Another one. We can do a bunch of graphics cards with this power supply here. Another set of Molex connectors. You can see right there. And the floppy on this one cable. Right there. And another SATA connector right here. These are a little tough to stick into your drives, your DVD-ROM drives, or your hard drives, but once they're in there, you know they're secure. They are right angled. They're not straight on. They are right angled. So we're going to put that all down. Take the 24 pin. The 24 pin connector is fairly long. I'll let you see it. And I mean, it's fairly long. I want to say about 1.5 feet, give or take. I haven't measured it out. But now you're going to get to see the coup de grace, the power supply. It does come packaged in this hard foam. I mean, it's good enough. It's going to protect this power supply if you bump it around in the box or anything. We're going to take it out. As you can see, you get a little manual with your power supply. Remember that this may not be what the final product looks like, as this is a beta test product, but this is what mine came with. It's going to tell you everything about the power supply, how to mount it, and everything like that. We're going to put that out of the way right there. The power supply comes in this nice little hand tote bag. Keeps the power supply nice and clean. And now what we're going to do, we're going to give you a little what the people like to call hardware porn. This is for 18 plus only, by the way. But we're going to slowly strip this away. As you get to see it, just comes out of the shell like this. You see the nice Cooler Master badge right there. We're going to flip it over so you can see that. As you can see, it says Cooler Master. Here's your 135mm fan. A brushed aluminum finish right here. As you can see on the rear, you have the power cord and your on-off switch. You can see it has many ventilation holes for exhaust. You can see copper coils in there, and you can see the heat sinks that are on the power supply. On the bottom of the PSU here, you can see it says V1000, the Cooler Master V1000. The product ID, you can see it's 80 plus gold certified. It gives you everything you wanted to know. The same thing on the back of the box about how many amps come off the rails and how many watts they put out. On the sides, you have V1000 on both sides. So if you wanted to orientate it either way, they really did good with this, because another fellow YouTuber that really enjoys putting his PSUs up like this in the case, Tiny Tom Logan, you can go check him out. I'm going to link his YouTube in the description below. He's going to like this because it actually has this letter and numbers upright. So when you set it in the case, you can see that. Now on the back here, you can see you have all your connectors. 24 pin. What's going to happen here is you're going to plug into 20 here, or it looks like maybe at 18. You're going to plug the other cable here. You got your 2 CPUs here, PCI Express and Molex and SATA. They all have them right here labeled out. 6P PCI Express, 8-pin CPU, 10-pin motherboard, 18-pin motherboard, and then HDD SATA right here. This has been a quick unboxing and overview of the Cooler Master V1000 power supply that have just been released. Do remember this is a beta test model, and the actual products will be much better than these. And packaging will not be the same with the newer retail models. I hope you enjoyed this video of the Cooler Master power supply. Please like and subscribe for more reviews.